is this cricket? It looks like it's cricket. I don't know if it's cricket. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to get in because I know this is random, was not planned. So y'all hop on in. If you're catching the playback on this, hey, my name is Mariah, Spiritually Honest Tarot. I hope you are good. I hope you are enjoying your Friday evening and you are doing all right. Thank you for catching me on the playback if you are not watching this live. I just want to wait a little bit more. I'm going to have timestamps so you can skip ahead. You ain't got to watch this beginning part, but I just want to wait a little bit here until we get some people in the chat. Hey, Shannon, Craig from Friday. While I'm waiting before I get into this, I'm just going to get the setup on my computer on my end. I actually ended up going into work. That's why I got on my work sweater. And I still got my scrubs on. I went to work, got in, and mind you, my car in the shop right now. So I had to Uber to work to the hospital. I get in, I go to the, we call them HUCs, which is actually just kind of the receptionist for my department. I work in colorectal surgery. And I go to the HUC and I'm like, hey, I left my badge in my car. My car's in the shop. You know, can you manually clock me in? They look on the computer like, girl, you're not even supposed to be here tonight. And I'm like, what? And she double, triple checked. And I came in on my off day. And that was, nope. I was like, all right, you know what? I ain't about to, I could have stayed, but they already were overstaffed. So they didn't really need me. And I'm supposed to come in tomorrow anyway. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just piece it out. And I was like, I got the energy right now. Let me just come home, get on live, talk to y'all. Hey, Empress Lioness, Duana. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, Dun. Hopefully y'all are doing good out there. I'm like, let me come home and just get on live and do some readings for y'all. But just waiting a little bit here. Hopefully more of y'all can come in. Much better than getting fired on your day off. That's very true. That is very, very true. Okay. But I do want to get into like an all signs reading. So I'm going to do this a bit different because it's been a very, 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 very rough month. And I just want to talk to y'all. And I know I do my readings specifically for Leos, but because it's just one sign, the videos tend to be a little bit shorter. The lives tend to be a little bit shorter. So I figured, why not do an all signs with this? So that way, even with you being a Leo, if you want to cross watch, right? You're wondering what's going on with an Aquarius you're dealing with or a Sagittarius you're dealing with. It gives you the option to kind of flip back and forth between watching you and then just kind of cross watching. So I just want to give y'all that flexibility in tonight's live. I don't know if I'm going to continue the all signs or not, just because I don't really have the time to be doing the long lives, but I would like to. So it just depends. Let's see, Jasmine Lee, Ashantia, G-Dubs. That's crazy. I work in the sterile processing. We had to collectoral schedule. Oh shoot. Do you work at the Cleveland Clinic too, Ambriana? Hopefully I'm saying your name right, girl. Carlos, hey. It is, well, it's not like a general collective. It's an all signs, so I'm gonna be doing the different signs and whatnot. I'm debating though, right? Because this is a Leo-based channel. Should I start with Leo and then kind of go from there, or should I build up the anticipation? I don't know how I want to feed y'all tonight. Or just keep it in order so it's just more streamlined. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it as I'm letting more people get in the live, join on in. But I'm not going to hold you. It's been crazy. Like, I know I'm going to get into tarot and everything, but I just want to... just everything that is going on right now, from the health benefits to the food stamps to what's going on politically. And this is not that channel, so I'm not about to go into all of that, but I just pray for y'all who are out there, even including myself, because I know times is tough for everybody. I just pray that y'all have support and y'all have a village to help y'all through times right now as things are a little shaky. My government workers that are out there, if you are watching, you know, I pray and hope that things alleviate very soon for you guys, because it is tough. Just even when I had to do my open enrollment for my health insurance, they raised my plan by double, almost triple. I'm like, God dang. Like, how, I don't know how people are surviving and making a way out here in these streets. But if you are a government worker, if you are on any type of medical benefits or government benefits, I really do hope and pray, you know, you guys are able to weather the storm, especially with holiday season. I'm Dallas, Texas, here to stay. Hey, Angel North Star. Hope all is well. Yeah, when I did my open enrollment, not saying they almost double, triple my benefits. And I'm looking at what I'm like, oh no, y'all, So I ended up taking off I had dental, vision, and what's the other one? And yeah, medical, dental, vision, and medical. I ended up taking off the vision because y'all, no, I could see I got 20/20. Y'all, nope, y'all ain't taking no more money. I kept the dental because I do want to get my teeth fixed, so I ain't gonna hold you. And then right now I definitely need the medical benefits just because I was in another car accident on the 7th of October and I've been in and out of specialists and all of that for my back. So that's that, but I don't know how we out here doing it, y'all. So if you making a way, you finding a way to scratch pennies to make 2 cents out of it, all the power to you. Because there's some people out here who is struggling and they is finding it very difficult to get by. It's not tough. It's, you control your circumstances. Yeah, I mean that's true too. Sending you healing. Hi, hey, love seeing your lives. Okay, I ain't gonna keep y'all waiting too long. I don't want to be here just dropping my jaws. I do definitely want to get into the reading. Oops, sorry. Let me post this link so that way if anybody would like to book a personal reading, you can. I always like to book it. Put the link in the lives in the comment section. That way it's just there. If you feel ever so compelled to have a personal reading done by yours truly, that's what I'm here for. Give you insight and guidance. And the crazy part about it is, as a tarot reader, and I wonder if other tarot readers feel this way, if you do tarot, if you read tarot for yourself, you got to tell me. I want to know because I'm so curious. Hold up. I'm just putting that there. If you do personal readings for yourself or if you're a reader for other people, do you ever try to predict your circumstances, like what's getting ready to happen in my life or what's getting ready to come in and happen or occur? Because the waves and changes that have happened in my life, I'm not really shocked by it. It's just the way it plays out. I don't know because I'm not God. You know, if I can tell those kind of details, I'll go play the lottery and call it a day. But you can get a sense of, okay, things are about to shift. Things are about to get uncomfortable, Mariah, or we see this coming, so just brace, prepare for impact. So I knew that I was getting ready to go into a turbulent season again. I just didn't know how that turbulent season was going to look. Then, whew, okay. But I'm curious if y'all read for yourselves. I know some people are opposed against it because some people feel like it's tough to read for yourself because of the ego gets in the way, or we tend to interpret the cards for our own best benefit or in the way that we want to see it. So it's hard to read for yourself in a very non-biased way. It definitely does take a strong level of detachment to pull your own spreads and be able to read accurately without wanting the cards to show up a certain way. So I'm just always curious about those things. All right, so let's get into it because I definitely want to get into who is thinking about you. I've been talking for 8 minutes. Again, in the playback, there's going to be timestamps. Y'all let me know though, because it's how many? 64 y'all on the live. Hold on. It's 64 y'all on the live. I'm gonna look directly at you. 64 y'all here. And I see 18 likes. And I'm looking right at my panhandling purse. Now I don't want to have to bring out my panhandling purse and ask for likes, okay? It's Friday, we chilling, we having a good vibe. I'm gonna go get me a drink after this. So we all having a good time. And if we having a good time tonight, if y'all enjoying the show, if y'all like what I do, if y'all support the channel, just give me a like. I ain't asking for nothing else but a like, because that lets me know that y'all like me and y'all like what I produce here. That motivates me to then help y'all with the readings, but also too, y'all energy gives me energy back. So it's a mutual exchange here. So go ahead, hit that like button if you haven't. Oh my God, where have you been? I miss you so much. Oh, It's just been a lot. Just I don't want to get into it. You know, I give y'all my little life updates from time to time, but you know, just medical things from my back, given a car accident I was in on the 7th of October. So it's just been hard having to do 12-hour shifts and deal with, I got tears in my deep muscle tissue. So it's just been a lot of pain, and I've been on and off muscle relaxers and steroids and in and out of spine doctors, chiropractors, physical therapists trying to get my back together. So they say when you get a certain age, your knees, your back, y'all was not lying, because my back be Woo. All right, y'all let me know though while y'all are here, y'all getting comfortable again. Hopefully y'all enjoying the vibe. Make yourself at ease, communicate, show love, community in the comments. Should I start, because this is going to be in all signs, right? Because I do want this to be a little bit longer. And if I know most of y'all are Leos, if you are dealing with other signs or you got other signs on your mind, you can absolutely cross watch. This is going to be a cross watcher friendly video. I just don't know if I should start with Leo and then go back to Aries and go from there, or if I should just go in order. What y'all think? Y'all let me know. What should I do? Keep exercising. Yep. March Aries. Hey, start with Leo. We got to start with Leo. Start Leos. Tell me what y'all want me to do. Oh, we got to start in order. Uh-oh. Empress Lioness. She throwing up the Leo. Okay. Pisces here. Hey, Pisces. Start with Leo, of course. In order. Yep, I sure do. Start with Leo. Leo's hey. Leo, please. Okay. All right. All right. I feel like I'm seeing more Leos coming out. So I'll start with Leo, and then I'll go from Aries in order. And then, of course, I'll skip Leo because we were going to start with them first. But feel free. I'm telling you, feel free to cross watch. If you got somebody else in your mind, feel free to cross watch. If you don't catch the full live, the timestamps will be posted once it's done. So starting with Leo, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, God. When it comes to Leo, who is currently on Leo's mind? Who is thinking of Leo, and what is the absolute reason? Who is thinking of Leo? We got the Three of Wands in the reverse. Who is thinking of Leo and why? Hangman in the reverse. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hermit. Ooh. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands in the reverse. I'm in this conflicted space with your reading, Leo, and I'm going to tell you why. Because one part of me can go off this spread and go into who is thinking of you, but I feel like I got a bigger message coming through for you spiritually. And I know y'all like when I go off to the left, so let me just give you this side message outside of this. An answered prayer comes to present for you, but it doesn't play out in the way that you think it's supposed to play out. This is like you sitting and praying to spirit, praying to God, saying, excuse me, please make things better, or praying to spirit, praying to God, let me get this job, I hope this works out, or let this person be exposed for who they are, etc. And spirit will show you. And what you may think in your mind that is going to play out, that, okay, you're going to get that job, or you're going to see this person be exposed. No, it actually happens in the reverse, but that's the answered prayer. So if I break it down to an example, let's say, spirit, I hope I get this job. Let me get this job. I've put in my efforts. I put in the work. And you go to find out that you didn't get that job, and you feel like your prayers fell on deaf ears, or spirit wasn't listening to you, or spirit just ignored your call and your cry. And no, spirit didn't. Spirit just answered that prayer because what you were praying for was not something that was going to benefit you in the long run. It's like what we may have seen or felt at the side of our heart wasn't truly what was in alignment with us, what spirit truly wanted for us. And we may feel in that moment that we were forsaken, or I always pray and spirit doesn't come through, or I'm asking, you know, I'm showing up, I'm not only praying, but I'm doing the work, and why isn't it happening? But it didn't happen because our short sight of seeing for what we want for our future is minuscule in comparison to what spirit has in a larger format for us. I know I'm supposed to be on Who's Thinking About You, but this is a side Mitch. I know I'm gonna just give you what I'm feeling. So in that moment of feeling like, damn, I keep praying, or damn, spirit, when are you gonna clear this up for me? Or when are you gonna make this happen for me? I'm putting in the work, I'm trying, I'm working on myself, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm putting in the efforts. Spirit acknowledges that, but not in the way that you would want him to acknowledge it. This is an odd message, because it happens, whatever this is happens for you in the reverse. It comes through, and I hate to use the word unexpected because it almost is like a cop-out, right? Because it's a very vague word, right? It's unexpected, but it does happen that way. Your prayer does not get resolved through prayer. Your prayer gets resolved through a situation that happens, or a scenario that comes to pass that is in alignment with your prayer, but it does not look like the outcome that you've prayed for. It's much better, but what we were praying for wasn't going to get us the desire we feel of the heart. If that makes sense. I just want to know why, though. Why am I getting this message for Leo? Let me just pull something real quick. I'm still going to keep these cards here for Who's Thinking of You and what's the reason. I'm going to keep this bottom of the deck card here. They're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. I just want to ask, why is this coming through for Leo, though? The Four of Pentacles. Why do I feel like your spirit is being restored? Your spirit is, it's like you may feel like you're being blocked, but you're being restored. You may feel like the outcomes you want aren't showing fruitfulness. They aren't bearing its abundance, but you're being preserved. It almost feels like spirit is trying to block you or prevent you from imminent danger, or getting stuck, becoming complacent. If you were to have that blessing come through, you would end up being complacent in that. You would end up feeling eventually stuck in that. You would end up feeling like, okay, initially, this is what I prayed for. It felt like this was going to be it. This would help me get rid of my debts. This would help me, you know, financially get better. My love life would get better. This is the person I want. But you would end up being stuck. You would feel like you are not making progress in that. And that's something that you can't see because you don't have that foresight, because you aren't in that lived experience. But spirit sees that beyond you, beyond your comprehension. And spirit is not wanting you to pray for something that you'll end up being complacent or stuck in, where then you have to send out a new prayer for spirit to get you out of that now situation that you prayed for. So instead of making it happen on the time frame that you would like for it to happen, or for things to clear up in the way that you would like for it to clear up, spirit is saying to you, you don't know what I see, and I see much before you, beyond you, and things that you can't comprehend. And if I was to place you in that scenario, you would go, why did you do this to me? Why would you allow this to happen? It's like spirit doesn't want you to then now take on a new problem out of a blessing that you asked for. So you are being preserved from something. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups on that. I'm not here to tell you to wait and be patient. I hate that word myself personally. I don't want to say hate. That's a strong word. I dislike that word personally. I feel like I'm choking on my words. Because I get it. I get what spirit's trying to do for you and do with you. It just feels like, I don't know if you felt like you found yourself in this position before, or at times before, where you have prayed for things and it may have not came true, or it may have not came to pass, or at least not on the time frame you want. Maybe you've dealt with disappointment because when you've prayed, maybe it didn't happen in the way that you wanted it to. But it's like when you look back at those times and how it ended up playing out, It's like you can see that it happened for the best, even if that in that moment it may have felt like a slight towards you. It's not. And I love seeing this Ten of Cups, because the way that Spirit's trying to line this up for you to play out in your favor, it's going to be beyond abundant than what you're currently praying for in current moment. Spirit just doesn't want you to pray for a new situation that you're about to get stuck in. So Spirit is like, I'm trying to preserve you. I get it. You want this to happen. I get it. You got these stressors. I get it. You got these difficulties. I get it. You want that person. You want that love life. You want that money. I get it. When you get it, you are going to feel stuck and complacent, though, after some time. And then now you're going to have to send out a new prayer to me. If I can just have you hold off for a minute. I can't answer this prayer, but I hear your cries. If you can hold off for a minute, I will make sure that the way that this plays out, the way I'm going to line up your hand, you won't have to send out a new prayer to me once it comes to pass. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off topic. That's a side message that I just got. That may be for somebody out there. I hope that makes sense. Let me now get back into your main spread of who is thinking of you and what's the reason. So let me bring this forward again. So we got the Three of Wands and the Hangman that came out for you initially. We got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hermit. And we also got the King of Wands in the reverse. So this is somebody that's near you. They're not at a distance. This is somebody that's near you. They're in your close proximity. This is somebody who could specifically be a male, a man, a male, or somebody that has a masculine disposition about themselves. So even if it is a woman, they may come off more masculine in their energy, very ambitious, career focused. I gotta go get it. Maybe self-centered, self-focused. When things don't go their way, they tend to either outlash or they can get petty, they can become spiteful, they can become revengeful, but it's almost like it's cloaked, right? So they try to either minimize that side of themselves and make it seem like that's not who they are, or they don't show that side. It may come out unexpectedly, where you may think they're chill and then all of a sudden you see a side to them that you wasn't expecting or that you wasn't planning. So I want to know, why is this person thinking of you? Because there's somebody that's close. This is somebody that has changed their perspective about you. And the Temperance in the reverse. And there you go, the Strength. What's on the bottom? The Ace of Wands. Ooh, and the Death underneath that. Damn. Sorry. Ooh, sorry. So this is somebody that has a skewed perception about you. So I don't know if this is romantic. This could actually be like a family member, a friend, a coworker, a colleague, somebody that is close to you though. And the way that they view you and how they feel about you is not truly who you are. So this is somebody who may take pieces or moments of you that they may not be a fan of, or they may see you, in an emotional moment or in a moment where you may be temperamental, and they make that your whole personality. They make that your whole identity. And then they have this warped sense of, oh, Leo's that kind of person. Leo's this kind of person, when it's not really true. It's like somebody is choosing to misunderstand you because it's easier to do so, versus taking the time to truly get to know you, truly get to know your character, truly get to know your honor, how you are. Yes, you may have one side to you that could be a little spicy, but that's not your whole personality and persona. So this is somebody who is judging you incorrectly. But why? Why is this the case? Why is this the case? We have the Judgment and the Knight of Fire. I just got the word inexperienced. Inexperienced. I don't think you're inexperienced here, or inexperienced at something, Leo. But I think this person is judging you because, how do I put it? It's like somebody seeing a side to you that they may not feel is capable, competent, or able. And that's not true. Again, this is their perception. It doesn't mean it's your reality. And this is somebody who, like, they make quick judgments. They don't give you a chance to really show who you are or really explain yourself. It's like once they write you off as you are this, that's how they feel about you, and that's how they place you in their book. Even though that's not the case. One more. Oh. Somebody thinks things comes to you. Oh, okay. Got you. You know that person that can make things look easy, and on surface it's like they always get the job, or they always look put together, or you know, things just happen to this person, when it's like, no, they don't see the behind the scenes of your late nights and early mornings. They don't see the times where you're having to pray. They don't see the times where you're stressed out, you're crying, you're upset, you don't know how you're gonna make it work, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, you're having to go to family, you're having to do this and that to make ends meet, or you're having to maneuver areas of life that you may not be used to, that may be foreign, or having to deal with your own emotional processing in isolation or alone, or feeling like you may not have anybody, but on the outside you make it look good. And this is somebody who, that's why I got that that different level of inexperience. That's what I'm looking for. That inexperience. It's like somebody feels like things just happens to you effortlessly, or things just always work out in your favor, or things work out your way, but they don't know. They don't know your process. They don't know the means to your madness of how you get to where you end up at. And even when you get to where you're at, or you may on the surface may make it look good, they don't know the internal processing behind all of that. So they're judging based off surface. That's why I said somebody's choosing to misunderstand you versus truly getting to know you. They're choosing to understand you from a surface level, but they don't know all of the gears and functions that it takes to make you run, that it takes to make you keep going, to keep you motivated, and to keep you inspired to get up every day and do what you got to do despite adversity, despite challenges, and despite difficulties, or even having to handle certain things alone emotionally, where you may feel like you don't have somebody to go to. You got to be your own shoulder to lean on and cry on and figure it out, and be your own team player, your own coach, your own motivator. They don't see that, but they see the outcome. This is somebody who chooses to misunderstand you. I think there is a form of jealousy here. I think there's truly a form of jealousy here. Anything else you can tell me about this? The Page of Cups in the reverse. And there goes that death, right? So this is somebody that's, woo, the Ten of Pentacles. This is somebody that's waiting for your fantasy hold on, I can't even speak. Oh, run that back. Somebody waiting for your fantasy bubble to burst. This is somebody that is waiting for again, how they're judging you from the outside, for that job to fail, or for that relationship to crumble, or somebody that, and it's almost taking fulfillment, or I don't want to say happiness, because I'm not necessarily getting happiness in this, but it's like to prove their own misconceptions about you right. That, oh, Leo think they got it together. Leo, you know, everything happens for Leo, but look, I knew they couldn't keep that job, or I knew they were really struggling, or I knew they were really going through mental health issues, or I knew they was X, Y, and Z, that relationship wasn't good. Again, it's not necessarily a happy to see that happen, but it's like to have that bubble burst that they have of your life in their own head, that fantasy. If they can see that pop, it proves them right of how they feel about you. That's what they want to see. But why I get very cheery about this is because you do got that Ten of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck. What's meant for you and how life is meant to play out for you, nobody can take it. I don't care if they're sending the evil eye, or if they're wishing for how life looks like for you or plays out for you to come to an end. They can't take that. What's already preordained and arranged for you by Spirit, by God, is going to stay with you. You are the one that got to deal with the challenges and the difficulties that have to come with that, not this person. And they don't see that. But what they will see is Spirit continuing to bless you. Spirit continuing to give you what it is that you need, even if you got to deal with the difficulties behind it. You will be prosperous. You will be loved. You will have that family. You will have that home. You will have that life you desire. You will have the outcomes you so seek. So this is somebody that is near you. This is somebody that is close to you. I would say to you, if you feel whoever this is energetically, if you feel this connecting with you, protect your peace, protect your neck, protect your energy, however you choose to do that. You know, each and everybody is different. But I think you make, I don't want to romanticize struggle. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But I think you make managing your life look damn good. Even if it doesn't feel good at times, you make it look damn good. And somebody just wants that verbal to bust so you can prove them right. And spirit won't allow that to happen. So I hope this makes sense here for you, Leo. I hope this connected. It's interesting because I thought I was going to get something romantic for you guys, but I mean, unless your partner your biggest enemy, you know, but that may be more family, friend, relationship types. I mean, not relationship, but family relationship type stuff. Okay. So let's see. Where we at? Hold on. We got 74 in it. How many we got? We got 58. Or is that 58 or 68? We got 68. I'm just going to ask y'all ever so nicely and kindly, can y'all please get the likes up? I don't want to bring out my panhandling purse. I'm not in the mood for it. I want to have me a little drinky drink after this. The vibes is good. I'm enjoying y'all. Y'all are great company to keep. I hope y'all enjoying me. We both vibing together. Get the likes going. That's all I ask. All right. So I'm going to get into Aries. Now, keep in mind, we just did Leo, of course. But stick around because if you do have a sign on your mind and you want to cross watch, you know, this is here for you. So I'm going to get into Aries. Let's see. Who is thinking of Aries and what is the reason? Ooh. We got the Empress. Could be a Taurus. We got the Ten of Wands. Who is thinking of Aries? Seven of Wands. And the Lovers. I'm getting a song by Shaka Khan. I think it's through the wire. And then now I'm hearing the Kanye West version from, I think it was College Dropout, but it's the original with Shaka Khan, Through the Wire. If I had a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Or something like that. Somebody is really attached to you, Aries. This is like the moon, the devil on the bottom of the deck as well. Either this is somebody, it's two ways that I can say this can play out. Either this is somebody that you actively are dealing with and they just love you real bad, like real bad. Thank you, Rhonda. Hey, I appreciate it, girl. Thank you so much. Hey, Emmy. Yeah, either you're with this person now and they just love you real bad, or this is somebody that is feeling like through hell and high water, I want you. Like, it's very passionate, it's very determined, it's very motivated. It's like, I don't care. And I'm not trying to romanticize and, you know, do this fairy tale thing with this energy, but it's like, whatever I got to do to get Aries, if you're not dealing with this person, it could be, I want to do whatever I got to do to get Aries back. Like, I want my baby. Like, I want to be in Aries' life. Why? What's the reason? Why is this coming through? They feel like you are one of a kind, somebody that they've never met before. When you're not together, it's like you rent space in their head. When you are together, they don't want to be apart from you. It's like if this person can crawl in your skin and live in it. If this person could crawl in your skin and live in it, they would want to. That's how much, I know that's an exaggeration, but that's how much this person really has it for you. We got the Six of Pentacles. Thank you, Olivia. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Tell me more. Tell me more. The Ten of Swords. Ooh. If okay, if you and this person, even if you are together now, maybe this happened at some point in your connection, or if you two are apart for whatever reason, because that Seven of Wands can talk about blockages or being blocked, so this could be somebody that you are not dealing with. I hate to give those two opposite sides of the coins, but hey, it is what it is. Um, whatever may have happened between you two at some point, they don't want to have to repeat that again. It's like it almost takes having to lose you or having to deal with the low point in the relationship to understand how valuable you are. And that's the part that kind of is a little bit annoying about relationships sometimes, because it's like sometimes you have to lose somebody or you have to deal with a very difficult moment with the person to really understand how much they mean to you. And that's how this person feels. So if you two have gone through a difficulty, it's like through that opposition, through that challenge, it's making them feel like this is somebody that I do want to give into and put my time and energy into. And I would love for Aries to do the same. If you are with this person, if you guys have gone through something already, this person doesn't want to repeat that. And it still stings. It's like the taste of what has happened that either hurt them or could have hurt you. And even if this is somebody that has came into this connection with you, or maybe dealt with you dealing with past scenarios of them being hurt, and maybe they brought that baggage into the relationship, and they may have hurt you based on their own past emotional wounding and baggage, they can understand how that has affected you, and they don't want to do that. So if this person has been inconsistent at any point, they don't want to show up that way. If this person has been hot and cold, they don't want to do that. If this person has hurt you at some point, they're wanting to rectify that. Either which way, this is somebody that loves you bad. Like loves you badly. Like willing to deal with whatever life throws between you two. They want to at least handle it together. So Aries, you got somebody who, I don't want to say that worships you, because I think, again, exaggeration here, but this is somebody who they don't see anybody else fitting in their life like the way that you do, you know? So I like it. I like it. I like it. Who's next? Taurus. I know the other signs are just a little bit shorter. That's because most of y'all is Leos, right? So I just want to give like a little touch in with the other signs. So we got Taurus coming up. Who is thinking of you and what's the reason? For Taurus, Chariot in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, Five of Swords in the reverse, and I immediately get, I miss my baby, but this doesn't feel romantic. This feels like a mother, like your mother. And with that death here, of course, you know, not everybody's mother is still lucky to be here with us and present. But your mother, whether in spirit currently or passed on, this is somebody that's like, that's my baby. I miss you. I love you. I want to see you. If there is some kind of distance, and it doesn't have to be physical, but just communication difficulties between you and your mother, it's like they don't want that anymore. They want to be able to talk through things, work things out with you. They want to see you more. They want to speak to you more. It reminds me of like a mother's love. No matter how old you get, you're still their child, and that's how your mother is feeling about you. But I'm just wondering why. I'm getting a mother energy here for Taurus. Why am I getting a mother energy here for Taurus? The name Patricia is coming through. Patricia, Three of Cups, Empress. Yeah, I'm getting strong mother energy here. Oh, this is about to be very specific. There's something that your mother would say to you about your father. There's something that your mother would say to you about your father. I don't know if there were some things that she maybe hid from you about your father, or certain truths that she didn't fully expound upon about your father, good, bad, or indifferent, right? I'm not here to get into the nitty-gritty of that. But it's wanting to tell you something that she wished she would have told you at a younger age that she didn't tell you. It's something that she wished she would have communicated to you about your relationship when it comes to your father, whether you knew your father, you didn't know your father, or your father was not present, that she withheld, and it feels like it was out of protection for you. But it's like that conscious guilt of not saying or telling you or being open about something when it comes to your father. I don't want to say it haunts her. I don't want to go that deep, but I feel like it stays on. It's been on her conscious, on her psyche. She wants to reconnect with you. She wants to be able to speak to you, but I think there's parts of her that feels like she wasn't the mother in full that she felt like she could have been or wish she would have been to you. Even if she was the best mother to you in your eyes, she feels like she could have done more. There's just like this heavy guilt on her. Feeling like she felt like she could have did more and didn't do enough. She could have shown up more or didn't show up enough. Or again, back to this father energy, something in regards to your father that she wish she would have told you in regards to your father, whether at a younger age, or something about your father in your childhood that she didn't tell you that would have been very helpful for you to know. To put the pieces together, to have some kind of understanding when it comes to you in your lineage, in your path in life, in your walk in life. Like there's a missing component that you didn't receive because she refused to tell you or chose not to tell you. And there's that guilt there. But she misses you. So if you're not in contact, she misses you. She would love to talk to you. There's just this feeling of inadequacy. Like she just doesn't feel like she was adequate enough as a mom. Even if, again, you felt like she was the best mom. She loves you. She loves you. I don't know if your mother is here now. I don't want to get into all that. I don't read for the dead. I don't do that. But it's like she wants to tell you there's not enough that she can do to make up for how she showed up for you. So I'm wondering, Taurus, if you have an estranged relationship with your mother, or even if you have an active relationship, the relationship could be better or improved upon. She just got to let whatever that conscious guilt go. She has to learn that she has done or tried to do the best that she could with the tools that she had and what she was taught. You know, despite that being your mother, we're all human first, right? She was an individual before you were born, right? Trying to figure it out. So that whatever that guilt is on her conscience, that psyche, I pray and hope she lets that process and finds restorative peace. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. Let's see who is next. Gemini. It's been a while. Can I talk to you about something? Yeah, drop it in the comments. Let me know, Jude. Or if you want, if it's something personal, you can absolutely email me. My email is spirituallyhonesttarot. So my username at gmail.com. So let's see. We on Gemini. We got the Death card. Tell me more for Gemini. The Star. The High Priestess in the reverse. I'm getting Disruptor. Something about your energy is very like terrorizing. I'm not trying to do the whole cliche of the whole Gemini, you know, two sides or whatever, but something about your energy is like a disruptor. But you're meant to be, and I feel like a part of you holds back because maybe you were taught to not fully speak how you feel, or, you know, when you do speak your mind or say what's on your heart, people would crucify you or judge you or say you're doing too much or you're too this or you're too that, trying to stifle your voice or stifle what you feel. It's interesting, though, this is coming out for who's thinking of you. Tell me more. Who's thinking of Gemini and why? The Ace of Pentacles. And one more. The Sun in the reverse. This is somebody who needs your voice. I don't think this is romantic for you either, Gemini. And the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I don't think this is romantic for you either, Gemini, just like this wasn't romantic for Taurus. This is somebody who needs your voice, but the problem is here we may have grown up or gone through life where when we have been unapologetically truthful or very raw or we're blunt, we're straight to the point, we'll tell it like how it is. People may have felt, again, condemning us, wanting to minimize us, put us in a box, say we're too boastful, not boastful, we're too brash, we're too disruptive, we're too this, we're too that, right? There's always some kind of emphasis on you needing to be less than who you truly are, or you not needing to speak the unapologetic truth because it shakes the table and it disturbs other people. You know how to unearth people's truths in a way that makes them uncomfortable because they're not comfortable to face themselves yet, but yet because you are so comfortable with you, Gemini, you don't really give a goddamn. But that creates problems and tensions, and at times to keep our own mental peace in a healthy pace, in a healthy place, we may not always speak what we say. And maybe that is a learned skill. I think about it as code switching. We may have learned how to code switch early on, who we can be unapologetically truthful with and who where we got to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. Somebody is seeking you for your very raw, very unapologetic truth. The issue here is having to remove that psychological barrier that we may have been taught or ingrained from a young age that Gemini, you too much. You saying too much. You doing too much. You X, Y, and Z. And now when you're being asked, and it looks like this could be a paid opportunity, money, financial. So this is somebody is thinking of you because they're wanting your voice. They're wanting your truth. They're wanting your realness. That is who's thinking about you. So maybe this is an opportunity to speak for somebody, or maybe social media, or getting into some type of communications. Maybe this is on a personal level and they're wanting you to be honest about something and speak up. And that whole, what we have been ingrained to keep our thoughts and our voice small, this person is wanting you to remove any kind of filter you have, because you speaking your unapologetic truth is what makes you so real. And they need real. This is somebody who wants real people around them. They want people who ain't gonna sugarcoat. They don't want people who gonna tell them what they want to hear. They don't want people who gonna kiss their ass. They want people who's gonna say, hey, I don't like this, or you X, Y, and Z, or you need to change that. No, it may not come out in the cookie cutter polite way, politically correct way that it should, and mind you, it shouldn't even. Be real, right? Be honest. But how most people want it to come out that way, you just don't really have a filter. And that's why they want you, because this is somebody who may be used to people kissing their ass or telling them pretty lies, or, caressing them and coddling them, and they don't want that. But whoever this Queen of Swords is on the bottom of the deck, mind you, that's a Gemini, Aries, Aquarius energy. On the reverse, on the bottom, again, that feels like either a person or people through time in your life who have said or tried to make you minimize yourself. And whomever this is, and it feels like, again, it's money attached to it. So whoever's thinking about you is trying to pay you for your voice, pay you for your truth, pay you for being real and not filtering your thoughts, because they don't want that around them. They want somebody who's going to keep it real. This block that we have to remove psychologically of filtering at times, that has to be gone, because this person don't want that. They want you, all of you. However real and raw that comes, Gemini. And again, it could be love, and maybe they want that. They want somebody around them that's real and ain't gonna tell them what they want to hear. But with this Ace of Pentacles, it does feel like there's some monetary attachment to it. So maybe it's love with business attached, right? Or maybe it's you and a partner going into business together, but they need you to really be raw and honest with them, and don't try to sugarcoat their feelings. Like, Gemini, I know you can keep it real 100. Don't be politically correct with us. Like, I need to know if this is a great idea or not. And that's something you know how to do all well, but I think subconsciously there's maybe some past noise from other people telling us to play it small and play it safe, or don't be as disruptive, when this person wants all of that. So I hope that makes sense, Gemini. Aries, more Pisces. Hey, have you done Leo yet? Just joining. I did Leo at the beginning. Y'all asked for Leo at the beginning. See, this is why I was wanting to wait and let some more people get in. But I didn't know which side to choose, so I got Leo done first. I actually did technically 2 spreads. One that was kind of off the rails, and then one that was on topic. So let's see. We got Cancer coming up next. So for Cancer, who is thinking of you and what's the reason? I might do another Leo one though, because after Cancer is Leo. Maybe I give y'all 3 because this is a Leo channel, so you know, kind of why not. And maybe I'll have this third one focused on love, because the first 2 weren't focused on love, and maybe I'll do this one focused on love. So for Cancer, who is thinking of you and what is the reason? Ooh, if I can shuffle. Who is thinking of Cancer and what's the reason? King of Swords in the reverse. Temperance. I'm getting when you changed, I changed. The Knight of Wands. Ooh, I gotta sneeze, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Tell me more. Who is thinking of Cancer and why? Oh, sorry, I didn't even say what card that was. That was Rebirth, the Death in the reverse. And last one, 9 of Wands. Who gave up on this? Did Cancer give up on this, or did this person give up on this? Whoa. Who gave up on this? The Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. Whoever was the one that was wanting actual commitment. So whether that, I don't know if that was you, Cancer, or if that was whoever you were dealing with. Whoever is on your mind, well, not on your mind, but whoever has you on their mind is somebody that it seems like you cut them off because your energy is wanting something that is real, wanting something that is solid. You're not in the stage of life to be playing games. You know you want a commitment, whether that looks like marriage, whether that looks like something untraditional, whatever that thing is though that you want romantically, you are set in stone. And it feels like you were dealing with somebody who was playing with your energy. Whether they were in or out, being inconsistent, will talk to you one minute, then not talk to you, show up one day, then all of a sudden they disappear. And for you, you're honoring yourself, and you felt like you had to honor yourself and honor what it is that you decided you want out of relationships. And because this person wasn't meeting that, you felt like you had to cut this off. This person, however, they haven't let you go. And it almost feels like, let me pull one more. Yeah, 8 of Swords in the reverse. I think mentally you've moved on. I think mentally you've moved on because you've been through this cycle many of times to know how this goes and how to easily detach now. Maybe initially when you've gone through this with other people, it took you longer to detach, but with each and every situation, it gets easier and easier to detach for you. Whereas this person, they haven't fully detached. I don't think they have fully changed, but they haven't fully detached. And I know that they know that you were somebody who were trying to be patient with them, trying to be understanding of them. I don't know if they gave excuses or reasons and you were trying to be understanding of their circumstances, or you just allowed yourself to chill out, lay back, and let things play out as it is. But they know that you gave them the grace and space to allow things to unfold organically and naturally, and they still didn't show it. They still dropped the ball. So for you, it's like, okay, I had to move on, but they're still holding on to this because they feel a spiritual attachment or a spiritual tie to you. It's like they treated you like you were somebody that they could easily have come and go, like they may do with other men or like they may do with other women. But something about your energy is very spiritually potent, where you're still lingering in their psyche even after the fact, where they didn't expect this. So now it has them thinking, or better yet, reconsidering their choices of how they showed up with you, because they know they didn't show up in their fullest capacity. They know they gave you some BS. And yet they still have to deal with the lingering weight of you. And that's what's bothering them, because they want to be able to drop that lingering weight and move on like they wanted to, or be inconsistent like they were trying to be. Why is it sticking with them? Let me just ask really quick. I thought we were having Bible study chats. We got the Four of Pentacles and the World in the reverse. It feels like karma. I hate to be one of them people, karma, da, 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 da. You know, I don't like to be the woo-woo spiritual person. That I'm very grounded in reality. But it does feel like karma. Because what this person has done to other men and women, and moving on and thinking it's okay, while those men and women had to feel the lingering weight of being ghosted or played, or dealing with, you know, what did I do wrong? Why did this person ghost me? Now they get to feel the weight of that. And that's not your burden to bear, because again, you've been through this cycle many times with different people, so you know how to now let go and process. This person isn't used to being on the other side of that arena. So now they have to now feel and deal with the weight that you've already had to deal with people prior. So now they're dealing with their karma, and that's why they're thinking of you, because it's like, why am I still feeling Cancer? And it's making them feel like there's something much deeper and significant here between you two, because they can't let you go out of their psyche. But that's their karma. Now you and your spirit gets to haunt them while you move on and you stick to what it is that you know that you desire romantically. So hopefully that made sense here, Cancer. I'm gonna leave it there. All right. Tarot reading is just taking a card and making broad outs and statement that can be applied to me and I'm majority people. I mean, you can see it that way. I mean, how people feel about tarot, I don't really get my panties in a bunch, because it's all subjective. How you feel about tarot, how somebody else feels about tarot, that's what it is. I just know from my own personal experience of reading for people, but also reading for my own life, I've seen my own readings come to pass. So I feel a little differently about it, but I can't knock you if that's how you feel, you know. But I am gonna do another Leo reading. I want to see specifically for y'all what comes out in love. So if you a Leo and you left, you should have stayed your ass here, okay? But you left. So let's see what's going on. I want to know romantically for Leo. I want to know for romantically for Leo. Who's thinking of you and what's the reason? What you said. Different. But what would be the ratio to the things that haven't come true? You can't really quantify that. And the only reason why you can't really quantify it because you don't get feedback from every person that you do a reading for. So that's why it goes back to it being subjective. Like, you know, it's if you got feedback and answers from everyone that you've done a reading for saying, hey, this is accurate, hey, or this is inaccurate, then you can start to calculate and measure, okay, how accurate are readings in comparison to the ones that you do that are inaccurate. But because you don't have that data, you don't really know. So when it comes to tarot, you gotta listen to your intuition, because that's going to tell you, and the only way you're going to know is through time. Time has to play out, and when you see time play out, if it comes to pass, clearly that was your reading, that was for you. And if it doesn't, then maybe that wasn't for you. Maybe it wasn't meant to happen in that season that you expected it to happen in, you know? So again, it's all really subjective, you know? That's why I just say, if it fits you, take it. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is the Bible and what I pour out in these cards. You have to, as a matter of fact, believe that this is the truth. No, y'all are all grown. Y'all are all grown. Y'all know how y'all are very clearly conscious, and y'all know how to choose and make decisions on what sounds like it's in alignment for you and what's not. And that's where I leave it. All right. I don't get my pennies in a bunch over tarot. There's too much real life stuff going on. Too much real life stuff, but I do love, and I have gotten tons of feedback over the last 5 years of accuracy from my reading. So I just, you know, you like it, hey, you don't. So Leo, who's thinking of you romantically? Who's thinking of Leo romantically? Bridget Coley. Oh, I'm 30. I'm 30. Okay, let's see. We got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Who's thinking of Leo romantically? If you're a Leo on your left, you're missing out. Just saying. Just saying. Firefly, you 31. Hey, 30s gang. We got the 10 of Wands. You have a nice soul to soul. Thank you, Bridget. We got the 7 of Pentacles. Why do I feel like you got somebody on ice? Excuse me, I feel like I gotta sneeze. It feels like you got somebody on ice. Now, keep in mind, let me put this in context so that way it makes sense. You could be romantically dealing with somebody right now. You could be in a relationship with somebody right now, and there's still somebody else that you have on ice that you are just choosing not to deal with. So if you are happily in a connection or in a relationship, this spread is not talking about that, right? So I guess there's nothing really urgent to speak on when it comes to you and your relationship. If you are in a good, happy, healthy relationship, you being loved on, and you feel connected to your partner. If you are not in a relationship, this is somebody who you currently got on ice that you are choosing to not deal with. And it feels like this is somebody who has disappointed you maybe one too many times, where now it's like it's not even a turn on. Something about them doesn't even like turn you on anymore. Like this person maybe used to, you know, wet your wit. Ooh, wait. That might be the wrong analogy. I was going to say wet your willy, but that's something else. This person may have been able to do it for you, get you turned on. And I don't mean just sexually, but just feeling passionate about them, feeling motivated by them, like wanting to be with them. Now it's almost just like you get the ick. And doesn't mean that this person is ugly. I just think what you have experienced out of them is just like you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't undo what you've done. You can't unexperience what you experienced with them. Where it's just like it just doesn't turn you on anymore. Just to even think about dealing with them. And they know, I don't know if they know that verbatim of what I just said, but they know that you are turned off by them. Tell me more. Hey, Leo 87. Let's see. Who is thinking of you and what's the reason? Oh, we got the King and Queen of Swords. So at one time, you two were probably on fire for each other, or really feeling each other, desiring each other. Like it was a whole moment between you two. There was something there that was either being pursued. You guys were dealing with each other, involved with each other, wanting to be involved with each other. Like this person actually did it for you at one point in time. But now it's just like their behavior has turned you cold, and they can see that your behavior has made them feel like, okay, maybe I need to stay away. So it's just like really icy, really chilly between you two. 4 of Wands in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Why is this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? Whew. Excuse me. What's on the bottom? 2 of Swords. Leo, I think for you, you're just not here for the bullshit, man. You're not. I feel like you've given this opportunity to try and start over. Even maybe you tried to do the, oh, let's just be friends route. Let's something here. But however you persisted in this connection, you are just like, I got the ick. This is somebody who still feels you. They haven't let you go. They know that the connection and the dynamic is not the same. So clearly you and this person are not together. You're not in a relationship. You guys are not seeing each other. You guys may not be talking at this time. Again, if you are in a relationship, this would be somebody else that you got on ice that you just are not dealing with. So maybe this was the person prior to you being in a relationship with, or maybe you were dealing with 2 people at once and then you ended up choosing one person. Now you got this person on ice. I don't know. If you're single, again, it's just highlighting this energy. But things aren't the same anymore. And I don't even know if things could get back to being the same. And I think that's what they're wondering, like if things could even get back to being the same. Could we even go back? Even if we was to start over, that Page of Pentacles feel real platonic. So it's just like it would be real real awkward. Because again, there's so much of what has happened between you two to even try and start over. Even addressing the elephant in the room, the elephant is still going to be there because it's just been either too much or what has happened was just too significant to even act like none of that didn't go on, to have a healthy, fresh start. So it's almost like this person feels like I would want to redo this or I would want to have this. And I think they would like to restart, but how many, is this the first restart or the 10th restart? You know, and then why do we keep finding ourselves in this position? What is this person going to do really quick? You're telling so much, that's why you got to sneeze. What is this person going to do? Okay. Okay, we got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So I think this is in the Two of Cups. Yeah, I think this is one of those, like, you know how somebody say, I got love for you, but I'm not in love with you. I think there's just been so much that has happened between you two where this person is like, okay, I got love for you, Leo, but if you're choosing to stay on your side of the corner, or you done moved on to a new relationship, or you're wanting to progress past this because, you know, there's just already been so much that has happened and we can't undo what has already happened, then I won't push the issue. I won't try to push the issue. I'm here if you want me, Two of Cups. I'm here if you want me, but I'm not going to force your hand either. So it's almost, in the door that they're leaving open, though, it's on the Page of Pentacles. So if y'all were to retry, to be like, okay, well, let's try from the beginning of being friends, but y'all done been through so much, so how do you even make that work, you know? So this one may be like a lost cause, and if you already moved on, then you ain't even thinking about this person anyway, you know? Time to look at me like, man. Yeah, you're right, Bridget. You're right, Bridget. All right. Hey, S-Mac, how you doing? Okay, mind you, my phone's right here. I'm recording this way. My laptop is on this side, but I keep looking at my laptop like I'm talking to y'all, and y'all are right here. I'm sorry. All right, who am I on right now? Virgo. So I'm on Virgo. So let's see, Virgo. What's going on? Who's thinking of Virgo, and what is the reason? Who's thinking of Virgo, and what is the reason? We got the Three of Earth. We got the Star in the reverse. And we got the Five of Pentacles. Who's thinking of Virgo? Ooh. My back. If you caught the earlier live, y'all know I was in a car accident. So just bear with me. I just felt a little pinch. Sorry. Seven of Wands. Yep, I just did Leo. And then who else? Let's see. Six of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Pentacles. Four of Cups reverse, and the Three of Swords. There's this song by Vic Mensa that's called Down on My Luck, and that's the first thing that came to mind. I don't know if this is you being down on your luck or maybe somebody else. I'm just going to say it's them, but if you down on your luck right now, Virgo, you just flop. You just replace and swap it out. But this would be somebody that is down on their luck financially, and I mean this is like down bad. So maybe they struggling to pay rent, loss of a job, you know, they could be caught up in the whole what's going on economically in society right now. Maybe they went through some form of a loss where they're struggling to find their footing, they're struggling to find ground. It's like once they think they get ahead. So let's say, you know, they may have a little money and then their car is starting to break down. Now they got a new issue, and then they put money to fix their car that's breaking down. And now they finding out that their paycheck is cut a little bit short, or X, Y, and Z's. It's like they can't catch a break. And this is somebody who is thinking about you, because I do think they would like your help. So I don't know, maybe Virgo, maybe you're in a gooder, maybe you're in a better financial position, maybe you're doing a little better. Again, flip it if you're the one struggling right now. Um, Maybe you're in a better financial position, but this is somebody that feels a little too prideful to ask for help. So maybe they're used to being able to do it on their own, or have it together, or being able to, you know, take care of themselves. And now that they feel like they're in a position where they can't take care of themselves anymore, it's like they want to come to you to help, but they're afraid. They're afraid, and not because they may feel like you're going to say no or go off on them or judge them, but it's almost like their pride. They feel so defeated because I don't think this person has been either at this low or this level of a low financially, or with stress and struggle. So it's just very embarrassing for them to have to ask, like, hey, I can't pay my rent, or I can't feed myself this month, or my car is messed up. Like, can you help me get my car fixed? Like, if they could, they would do it themselves. But it's like they see you and they feel like you're the one who, you know, you're the one that saves, and you're the one that got the savings account and got money in your bank, or the one that's more stable or have the resources to be able to help them out. And it's just, they just feel so ashamed. I feel whoever this is kind of heavy energy. They feel ashamed and they feel embarrassed. And I feel like, I don't know if this is by their own doing, by the choices that they made in their life, or, you know, sometimes life just happens to us. You know, some things happen outside of our control that puts us in an uncomfortable position. But they're really wanting and needing your help right now, Virgo. And if you know, again, if this is not you, but you know somebody around you is like really going through it, like really struggling, um, they want to ask for help. They're too embarrassed. So maybe if you are compelled to help this person, maybe just offering to do it or doing it for them versus waiting on them to ask might be helpful for this energy. Because I think this is somebody who will suffer in silence and go without eating, go without a card, struggle, just, you know, so that way they don't have to deal with the shame. So very short spread, because that was very heavy energy. Okay, let me keep going. Virgo? Who's after Virgo? Oh, it's Libra. All right, let's see what's going on with Libra. John, you're extremely beautiful. Don't take that for granted. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need to get my... Okay. I got to take a pause intermission for a second, because my laptop is about to die. And I need to put it on a charger so I can keep my lighting from my laptop good. So hold on. Give me a second. Ah, shoot. Hold on. All right. Don't worry, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. In business. Come on, I'm leaving.
Hear me? Y'all can't hear me, huh? You hear me? No. Hear me? I'm gonna have to move on.